Hey fragrance rockers, hope you're having a great day. I'm back with another review by a beautiful Electimuss fragrance called Imperium. If you want to hear all about it, stick around. All right, welcome to my channel, Kristen Rocks Frags. My name is Kristen and it is time to talk fragrances. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please be sure to like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe. So a few months ago, back on Scents, the night of Scent Explorer, so back around October in 2020, they had this awesome sale. Electimuss had a beautiful sale, so I jumped on 2 bottles that night. I jumped on Jupiter, which I love. I did a review also. I'll put that below so you can check it out. And then I picked up this beautiful scent right here, Imperium. So this is a 2020 release. It is by Marco Genovese, and it is extrait concentration, the strongest fragrance concentration you can find, or that you can get. It is part of the Eternal collection, and it retails for 165 euros. So let me show you the box first. So these boxes are huge. So it's very much like the Jupiter box if you saw it. It's that cool kind of textured silver look going on with that beautiful emblem. I just love their presentation, very regal and elegant. Then you got some information on the back, and this is where the bottle seats, very nice and snug. So that's the box, and let's get to this gorgeous bottle. So I just love to look at it. So very similar to Jupiter. It's that Eternal collection. So it has that gold top with that beautiful emblem again. It's really cool. And got a gorgeous cap, very heavy, beautiful metal cap. Trying to get so you can see it. Again, it has that cool emblem. It's like a phoenix or something. Really, really cool. So that's the presentation. And the story behind this is it's supposed to portray beauty, excellence, elegance, success, and it portrayed the power and the elegance of the politicians and leaders of ancient times. So it's kind of a cool story behind that. So let me get into the notes for you guys, and I will let you know my thoughts. So at the top, you got bergamot and coriander. And then at the heart, you got rose, lily, I guess lily of the valley, saffron, jasmine, neroli, and tuberose. And then at the base, you got amber and musk. So let's give him a spray. Beautiful sprayer. Killer sprayer. So at the top, you get a ton of bergamot, very bright, juicy, happy, beautiful bergamot. But quickly that coriander does come in. You get a little bit of a spice going on there, but mostly that bergamot. I think I ate some of it. And then you do get a little bit of the florals. I'd say maybe the lily of the valley, the saffron. I don't really notice the rose and tuberose, maybe a little bit. I'm not really a rose fan, so I'm kind of happy about that. So the neroli maybe a little bit. That's not something I would have picked out, to be honest, if I wasn't reading the notes, in front of me. But I don't really notice the florals too much. I don't think, yeah, it supports, but mostly you get that citrus going on. And then it starts to sweeten up a little bit from that amber. And like really as it dries down, the musk really comes through too. So this is a really gorgeous scent. So it's just it's like bright, citrusy, maybe a little bit of those florals. Oh, excuse me, I made a mistake. The way I typed it, I'm sorry. So there's actually more notes in the base, forgive me. So after that, amber and musk, I was wondering where the woods were, because I definitely get them. Madagascan vanilla, Gaiac wood, agarwood, and patchouli. So forgive me, there is more going on in that base. So, because I try to write them all down because there's just so many of them. So, so the vanilla is really big here. So you get a lot of that bergamot, vanilla. I think that coriander does still stay in there. It's a little spicy, little bit. But a lot of the woods come in now, especially as it dries down. And you do get a bit of that patchouli. I don't really notice the agarwood, the oud, very much. If anything, it gives it some backbone and some depth. If anything, there's nothing it's not prominent at all. So, I think I know what you're probably thinking with that note breakdown. It does hint to the king. Aventus by Creed. It hints at it, but I would not say it's a clone. If anything, maybe it has a little bit of a vanilla heavy batch, a little bit of the feel of a vanilla heavy batch of Aventus, a little bit. But, this also reminds me a little bit of Vanilla Intense by Parfums Vintage. They were going for a very vanilla heavy batch of Aventus. That was really what, that was intended. So a little bit, but as you can see, there's no pineapple in here. So I think the bergamot kind of might take the place of that a little bit. But I find this a lot creamier, smoother, and sweeter, I think, than Aventus overall, and woodier. The original Aventus kind of has a little bit more of that sweet, smoky, fruity things, more fruity and smoky, woody thing. And, you get a little bit of the patchouli in this, but I don't get anything really smoky in here. So I find this just very bright, happy, creamy, uplifting, but it does have some good backbone. So it's something that I think would work all year round. It's really beautiful. So yeah, if you like scents like Vanilla Intense by Parfums Vintage, or maybe even C'est Drop Rosé by Mancera, a little bit, the way it has kind of that fruity thing going on with the woods and the leather, kind of in that world. But again, this definitely does its own thing. So this almost has, as it dries down, almost like a slight greenness. I'm not really sure where that comes from. Maybe the combination of the florals, but that's very slight. But I really love this. This is just so happy, perfect for the weather we're having now, spring and summer. But I think because of that, the woods and the dry down and that sweetness of the vanilla and the amber together, I think this does lend itself well to cooler weather as well. So I think this could be a great signature scent. So performance-wise, it projects pretty well for a good hour to an hour and a half. This is one that projects really well. I don't think it's one that'll choke you out though, because just the way it wears, it's it still has the punch to it that it needs, but there's nothing rough or offensive or harsh about this throughout the wear. So even from the top, if you spray a lot, I don't think you're gonna kill anyone. You're not gonna choke anybody out. So I'm wearing it today and I did 5 sprays. So I did, one on my shirt, the other on my neck, and I always spray my hair too. So after, about an hour and a half, it starts to kind of settle down a little bit. And overall, I think I get around the 6-hour mark, maybe a little more. If you spray more of your clothes, I might experiment and try spraying a little more. Depending on the weather, I think on a hot and humid day, maybe 3 to 5 sprays. We'll see. I haven't got to try this on a fully hot and humid day yet, so that'll be fun to experiment a little bit. But great performance. I mean, I I own 3 of their fragrances so far. I'll be reviewing the next one, so you'll see what the next one is. I got that just a couple weeks ago, so I'm really excited to review that for you guys. But these 2 so far, they perform beautifully, and especially because this is more of a citrus-driven fragrance, you know, a very summery scent. I was very impressed with the performance on this. So yeah, this is gorgeous. I think this will be a great compliment getter. You know, I mean, we know that Aventus is very, you know, the king of compliments, right? And you know, I think something with that DNA just works. Like I said, this isn't a clone or anything like that, but it does kind of lend itself to that DNA, and it just works. People love that DNA. You know, I tend to wear that DNA for shows. I'll like swap around different, you know, fragrances that kind of have that Aventus feel, whether it be Aventus itself or something. But I think this summer maybe I'll give this guy a whirl. So we haven't done any shows just yet, but we will be soon. So I'll definitely give him a whirl. I think he'll do beautifully for that. So, like I said, compliment getter for sure. Perfectly unisex. I think a man could totally pull this off also. Yeah, you know, you gotta like vanilla and sweeter leaning fragrances, but I think those woods really balance it out and keep it more unisex for sure. And you know, price-wise, I think it's totally worth it because of the beautiful performance, and of course the quality is gorgeous. Like, you just have to explore this house if you haven't. The way they blend their fragrances is so gorgeous. So I'm gonna try to work up to getting all of them, I think. They're just so beautiful, and from what I've been seeing, they seem to have a fragrance that appeals to all different people. So spicy, floral, fresh, oody, you know, all kinds of things. So I'm really excited to explore this house more. So if you have, definitely let me know below what your favorites are and what you recommend I get next. So we'll have some fun. But yeah, gorgeous fragrance, and this is definitely going to be a favorite for spring and summer. So thank you so much for joining me. That was my review on Imperium by Electimuss. If you like it, love it, or hate it, definitely let me know what your thoughts are below. And I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day of smelling good. Thank you.